Obviously, good to get the regular season off and running. Good to be back in front of the fans. I thought our players obviously did a lot of good things. Things we'll continue to work on and get better at as we should this early in the year. But really, appreciate how hard they played. I thought we did a lot of good things in spurts. And as for early or mid-November, a lot of things we got to continue to improve upon, which I know guys are excited to get back and go back to work again tomorrow. Questions?
Jeff?
Greg, you mentioned did some really good things in spurts. What did you think of the defense in terms of guys being cohesive, since you've got so many new faces, and also the sharing of the basketball?
Yeah, I thought specifically in the first half, for the most part, defensively we were pretty good and very connected, and that's part of. Everybody talks about the synergy and cohesion that has to happen offensively. It obviously has to happen defensively too. And I've said before that I felt we're further ahead down the road defensively than we are offensively. But now we got to continue to sustain it and play that way for longer periods of time and extend that. But no, like I said, a lot of guys did a lot of good things, and bench I thought picked people up. We got some boost off the bench, just in minutes and effort plays. So we'll continue to build off of that.
In the back, Coach.
Can you walk us through the timeline of when you told Chucky he was going to start, his reaction, and then some thoughts on his game?
I actually probably had it in my mind this summer when I was with. I kind of said this summer, "Are you ready?" And he said, "Coach, I'll be ready." I saw enough this summer. I knew he was trekking in that direction. So he was, he didn't seem that nervous in the starting lineups or anything. He's played a lot. It's so different than, 20 years ago. These guys have been in so many different atmospheres. I mean, he's been in 2 state championship games. He's played AAU all over the country. I mean, it's just the experiences that these guys have at a much younger age, and the volume they have those experiences are totally different in a good way than what it was. So a freshman coming in and making his first start maybe isn't as dramatic as maybe it was 15, 20 years ago when they didn't have those type of experiences. So I thought he did some good things. I thought he got a little tired at the end. We'll continue to build his endurance and conditioning, but like I said, a lot of good things. He plays hard, so he should get tired with the effort he puts in.
In the middle, Coach.
Greg, you said yesterday that you're going to try to test out rotations and everything and see as the season goes on. What worked today? What do you think needs some fine-tuning?
Well, I mean, it's so early. It's only game 1, so a lot of stuff needs fine-tuning. We're just continuing to put different combinations out there. At the same time, try to get, I got to get a lot of guys experience. Other than Brad and maybe a little bit of Tyler, everybody else is, not, I mean, I know Vogt and Neath have a little more experience, but not with us. So there's a lot of guys we have to get experience and a lot of guys we have to help grow. And I think that's the best way to develop depth. This guy's got to play. And, I try to play within reason as many as I can, and that's the group that so you saw that group of 10 or 11 that we'll continue to work with, and who knows, maybe somebody else jumps into that, and that's the nice thing about this group. It's been so competitive in practice that they know, hey, you show well in practice, coach is going to give you a chance.
Jeff?
Greg, you guys were able to push the ball up and get some quality looks early in the shot clock. And again, just one game, do you think that could be a strength of this team?
It can be, Jeff, and I think that starts with what we can be defensively and converting our defense into offense. We talk about that a lot. We want to be aggressive, but we want to be intelligent with it. So if we can, turn the tables quick and get down the floor, because we're going to see a lot of really good defenses, and if you can, get a good look before they get set, that some plays in your advantage a lot.
Yeah, Coach, you've talked about defense a little bit. One big thing in the Big Ten is limiting paint touches, and I know that's kind of something we struggle with today. I'm just wondering some words you might have given your guys about that, or some advice you might have for them going forward.
Well, the biggest thing I think in the second half, we had too much dribble penetration. Some of that's a lot of odd combinations of lineups out there too. We got spread out a little bit, but for the most part, I thought we did a decent job of keeping the ball out of the paint when it mattered.
Go ahead.
Coach, Chris seemed to give you guys a pretty good boost defensively and on the glass tonight. What did you see out of him?
Well, yeah, he gave us a good boost in defensively and on the glass. He's long. I mean, I know he's 7'1". You say, yeah, duh, Coach, he is long. Yeah, he understands, and I've said this from the beginning. He understands who he is. He understands what he's good at, and he understands what he's not good at, and he plays to his strengths. So, yes, him, altering shots, blocking shots, the rebounding, all those things are welcome attributes that he's helped us with. And I think the experience factor comes into play too. That he's has 4 years of college basketball under his belt, so he's I think between him and Steve is a good combination. As Steve kind of grows up and matures and develops, Chris is there to offer some wily sage wisdom and advice.
Johnny Davis had a really solid game for you guys. Is this just the beginning? Is this just a glimpse of what we can expect from him this season?
Well, I mean, we'll see. I mean, he's going to come and practice tomorrow and lift weights and do all those things. So it's again, one game. So we'll take it one day at a time and keep trying to get better every day. And hopefully, with knowing his mindset, he wants to continue to get better every day, and tomorrow will be another day.
Last question, Jeff.
Kind of a follow-up on Johnny. I mean, obviously, he's talked about wanting to be more assertive offensively, and you know what he can do physically to get to the rim, but did he show you some things as a facilitator as well tonight, not forcing things, but finding open guys? Yeah,
I thought he did a good job of specifically when they were very extended and pressuring, that he was able to get in the paint and make some plays. 5 assists, no turnovers? Yeah, so that's pretty good for, and for him, that's something we've worked on and tried to continue to develop and grow, is that ability to make those plays and make them under control, playing off 2 feet, understand the importance of that, of maximizing your dribble, not over dribbling, those type of things. So I thought he did some really good things tonight in that sense.